Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good afternoon to all of you. Worship and gratitude will always be prayed to God Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who until now we are still allowed to enjoy all His blessing and grace without having any significant difficulties. Not to forget also, of course, salawat and greetings will always be given to our honor of the chosen man Muhammad SAW, who has given all his boxer so as to make us all regardless of the era of Jahiliyyah. My respected principal, teachers, and my dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, today I am Ananda Farrell Rabbani from class 10 MIPA 2, stand before you all to speak on the topic Indonesian culture. Ladies and gentlemen, if we talk about Indonesian culture, there will be no time to discuss it, because indeed our country is famous as a country that has cultural diversity. In our country, if we want to count it, then there will be hundreds of tribes that each have a different cultures, both in the terms of traditional, language, dance, weapons, and many other aspects. Obviously, so many cultures in Indonesia that we'll not able to count with a finger count. But unfortunately, in a recent survey, it seems that many of our cultures are endangered, even some of them are extinct. Of course, this is very concerning, and if this continue to be allowed, it is not impossible that all the original culture of our nation will disappear, replaced with foreign cultures. But we all know that famous cultures that are known by the world is, for example, Bali. Bali is a really interesting, really unique, that has traditional, they have unique cultures in their place. That's why it's many of whole world, West people that beside this country, Indonesia, are visit to this place, and some of them are staying for just enjoy, entertainment, and loving. Share from love and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, and the audience, if we study it, we no longer live in ancient and static times. But right now, we are living in the midst of the dynamic life that will continue to keep up with the times. But apparently, as a result of that, without realizing it, we are actually being fooled, which if allowed to continue, will kill our own culture even more. So because the mentally of the younger generation now who are so easy to accept foreign cultures, even though sometimes the culture is not aligned with our cultural values, although the culture was originally well of the era that never ran out in the era, but it seems that it no longer applies today times, because it seems that we often find culture that used to be very popular more and more eroded and begun to not be seen again, so that indeed to prevent it from spreading to other cultures, one thing that must be done, of course, is to make change. And the change that fast made, of course, we as the young generation who do have functions and duties as the next generation. Because if not the younger generation, then who else will care about the outwards of our cultures? So that one small thing that can be done is to start loving the culture of our nation compared to the cultures of other countries. So Indonesia is split to 5 islands. Each of these islands have different cultures, and one island have different places, and those different places having different culture of their self. When some of these Indonesia have many cultures, but we don't know that some of them are extinct, dead, vanished, or maybe forgot. But some of them are not. As we, the younger generation, what the meaning of the make change is that I know that some people are not forget about this. Forget about all these famous cultures of ours, the original. Because what the meaning of make change is when people doesn't forget about these cultures, they know how to do it, to prevent it. It's to make change. It's to reborn it. It's to recreate it. It's to do it to make better to Indonesia will be better than the past in present. So I know that when younger generation is hit the line that we can reach on, just tell your child that Indonesian known as the one of the famous richest culture in the world. That's why the world known us as the impressive, unique, and creative. It's because of our own culture in terms of everything positive side of Indonesian always and will be beautiful and wonderful country in the world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's short speech I can say. Apologize for every wrong word, sentence that I say can be too offended. Hopefully what I say can be useful and motivate us all to love our own culture. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much.